Everybody's joining.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get started. So, I'm really proud to welcome four new Sparks, and I'm gonna call out our general manager Raegan Pebley to make some introductory comments.
Hi, everybody. 2025 is just about to start, and we are so excited. It's nothing like draft day to make us feel like definitely a new page is turned and camp is around the corner. Love this class. I think what we wanted out of this class, we absolutely were able to get in all three of our draftees, and then also being able to add Alyssa. Um, and I think also immediately they affirmed our choices by just how they've already handled themselves. This is a big transition. And obviously we had a couple of sparks that we drafted that were in New York, but just already like how quickly they've done the things we've needed them to do to get them transitioned into LA. They're eager, they're hungry. The coaching staffs that they're coming from are sad and terrified, I think, to let them go because of the glue that they were with their teams back in college. But we are ready for them to get into LA. Our current players, our current roster is already, they're asking constantly, when are they getting in town? We want to get on the court with them. So I'm not going to get into a whole lot of the details right now. I think we'll let the questions play out, but we are so thrilled to have all four of these women.
Let's start with Sabrina Merchant.
Hey, this is for Alyssa and Liatu, actually. I'm wondering, you guys played against each other for 5 years in the ACC, so if there is something that you could tell us about the other one's game, that'd be really helpful.
I can go first. Yeah, like you said, playing against Liatu for 5 years, it's really exciting to actually have an opportunity to be on the same team. But she is a really athletic and poised athlete. She reads the game really well, and I think that's what's the hardest thing that there is to defend her.
Yeah, honestly, same thing for Alyssa. I mean, she's versatile, inside out game. She's competitive, and also a very good defender. So again, like she said, I'm super happy to have her as my teammate and not have to, play against her. So
Thanks.
Let's go to DJ from Infinity TV.
Hey, DJ from Infinity TV. Welcome to LA, ladies. This question is for Sarah Ashley. You really kind of elevated your game this last season and you earned all SEC first team honors. I'm wondering what parts of your development are you most proud of heading into your rookie year with the Sparks?
Yeah, I think it's just being consistent at every level, so offensively and defensively. So just being able to play off 2 feet, being able to find the open people, but then also be able to get downhill and attack the rim as well. So just being able to score at all three levels, and then you got to be able to play two sides of the ball. So just continuing to get better on defense and being able to really own my one-on-one matchup. And that's definitely going to help me at the next level for sure.
Thank you.
RL Bynum. RL, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, no
Yeah,
problem.
listen, I want to ask about what your off season has been like since the season ended, and what's been the process for ending up with the Sparks.
Yeah, since the season ended, my off season has just looked like recovering and taking care of my body, but also making sure that I continue to make progress on my game because I know with this like big opportunity that we have in front of all of us, I want to be prepared for it. And then being given this opportunity with the Sparks is super exciting, and the process was just a roller coaster of emotions because obviously super excited for what's next, but also just appreciating the chapter that I just closed. I mean, having a 5 year college career at the same school that I'm really passionate about, a lot of girls, young girls that I'm leaving behind. I'm just reflecting on the impact that I've had on them in my program, but really looking forward to what's next.
Brad Lake.
Yes, hi ladies. Brad Lake, W. Swish. Congratulations on being drafted. And I have this question for Sarah. Sarah, the success that you've had at Alabama, can you speak to the impact of what the program has had on you and what it means to you that you and your teammate Aaliyah were drafted this year and what that says to the strength of the program?
Yeah, I loved my time at Alabama. It was everything that I ever dreamed of. Just the relationships that I had with the coaches and even my teammates, like that's really what I am gonna take from just my 3 years at Alabama. So it's all about the relationships. Like, yeah, you're gonna think about some games here and there later on in life, but it's about who you're around and just the impact that they've had on you. And so every single coach and every single teammate has had such an amazing impact on me and I'm gonna have those relationships for the rest of my life, which I'm very grateful for. And then of course, Aaliyah and I and Zay Green both getting drafted with me just means so much to me because I think going into the season, we all just wanted to just do what was best for Alabama. None of us wanted to worry about getting drafted. None of us wanted to. We all just were so present in the moment and being together and being a team. And so for us, we always just knew like, hey, if we can just go and win games, like that's gonna help us in the long run. And so we always played team basketball. And I'm just so excited for them because I see how hard they work. I mean, we're in the gym all the time together. I see that they're there for the ups, but they're also there for the downs. And so we're always so connected and together. And I'm just so grateful that they got to be drafted and have an opportunity to go play at the next level as well.
Amanda Skurlock.
Hello, welcome to LA, everybody. I have a question for Sania. Like, what does it mean to you to, be a part of University of South Carolina? What like having such a long win streak? What are the lessons that you take from there? And also like winning two national championships. What are the lessons that you take as you go to pro?
I mean, it means a lot just to know that I played for South Carolina. I played with the best of the best. To win as we did, but we also like loved each other. We support each other as well. So just being able to play for South Carolina and have teammates that loved each other and support each other and also win is just like feel really good. And I'm sorry, what was the second question?
It's like what type of how do you feel like the lessons that you learned are going to help you as a pro player?
I feel like the lessons that I learned that's going to help me as a pro is just basically like just staying myself, staying confident, trusting my teammates, but also having them trust me as well. And yeah.
If I
Thank
could just
you.
add real quick to that, Sania comes from a program that has had bigs that have transitioned really well into the WNBA. And so she's been mentored really well. Sania is somebody I think that even while staying committed to a process, like people keep saying that about her, but a lot of people don't know what that means actually in real life. Like she had to come into practice, I'm sure. So now I'm sure you could talk about it better than I could, but freshman year, probably getting your booty kicked every day in practice by an Aaliyah Boston or whomever was, else there, Cardoso. Like waiting your turn it is way harder than people realize to be able to come in every single day. It's not just about game day and it's not just about the press conferences after games and the wins. It's about the every single day in practice and what that means. So we definitely filtered that in our choice of Sania and just that toughness and resiliency that she has.
Jasmine Lucas.
Hi, congratulations to you all. This is a question for all of you, because each of you brings something different, like a different vibe and skill set. Which one thing you want the fans to know about your game that doesn't show up on the stat sheet?
Well, I go first. I want the fans to know about my defensive, my me being vocal on defense.
I'll go next. Just that I'm gonna give my 100% every single day. I think that being able to do that when you step in practice, when you step in the games, like you've got to be able to practice and play that way. And so I'm just gonna give it my all every single time I step on the floor.
I'll go next. I'm the type of teammate that'll hold my teammates accountable, and so just, making sure that I build those relationships outside of in practice and things like that, so that I'm able to talk to my teammates and hold them accountable to, the standard.
I'm a type of player that is super resilient and high effort, high motor type of kid that's going to give you all I have on both ends of the floor and take a lot of pride in figuring out on how to win together.
Let's go to Ray Miralde from the Sporting Tribune.
Hi, ladies. Ray Morali from the Sporting Tribune. Welcome to LA. What do you feel is your biggest challenge coming into the W and off the court? What are you looking forward to most in LA?
I'd probably just say just how, there's so many players that are so experienced in the league. So we're obviously going to be coming into the league and we're not experienced. And so just being able to get that experience and try to learn from the ones who are experienced, like all the vets and that kind of stuff. Just picking anything up from them, just being a listening ear and all that stuff. And then off the floor, just being excited to just see a new city, see a new state. I'm from Birmingham, so like it's on the West Coast, and so I've only gone to the West Coast like one time, so I'm just excited just to kind of see what's all out there.
Anthony DeLeon from the LA Times.
Hi, first off, congratulations to everyone. This is for Sania and Sarah Ashley. You've been able to take the court against each other, in the SEC. What have you seen in each other as competitors?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, Sanaya, she is just someone who is gonna play on both sides of the floor. Like she's gonna give it her all. Like Raegan was saying, like she has waited her turn, but she's done it in the most like humble and respectful way. Like she has truly put in the work. She has truly tried to be her best self every single day. And that's just me watching from like someone from afar. I'm not even on the team, and you can just tell that by how she acts and how she plays. But she's gonna be someone who defends the ball. Like she's gonna be a great defender. I mean, I saw that playing against her. She's a great shot blocker. She brings so much to the team, just the little things that don't even show up in the stat sheet. But she can also score too. Like if she's going one-on-one, she can be her defender. She has a great job of when people close in and double team her, she knows how to kick the ball out and get people open shots. But she's someone who can play on both sides of the ball, but she just gives it her all every single game.
Oh, thank you. But for Sarah, I could say she's very versatile. I mean, she can play down in the post, but she can also shoot the ball really well. She can defend the ball really well as well. So just being able to watch her, well, we really didn't play against her. She was hurt when we played, but to watch her play and go out there and do what she does, just be a dog and just have the mentality of just being who she is really great to be her teammate.
Akeem from Beyond the W.
Sorry
Akeem.
about that. I had problems unmuting myself. But yeah, AkeemBeyondTheW.com. Congratulations to all three. I just wanted to ask, and forgive me if somebody already asked this because I'm late joining. But yeah, it's always a bit of a transition going from the college ranks to the pro ranks. Have you sought who have you sought as far as like advice from maybe veterans or those that have been in similar positions before you as far as like, making that transition into the WNBA?
Personally, I had conversations with my coaches, Coach Ivy. She was in the W for a bit, and just having conversations, and just her assuring me, it's it's a little scary, just this transition or whatever. And so she was just assuring me, telling me that I belong, and just coming here with confidence, really.
One of my teammates that I play with at Georgia, Maya Caldwell, she's with the Atlanta Dream now. Her and I have had a lot of conversations, and she just, told me just be you. Like they picked you up for what you already do. There's no reason to try to not be you and do something else. Like the skill set and who you are is what they wanted you for. And so that's been the biggest advice, just be you, be confident, and just go into it and just try to play as hard as you can.
And I can piggyback off of that. I talked to NECA, and she just told me just stay confident, be yourself. Don't go in there and try to be something that you're not. And they picked you up for a reason, so be that person that they picked you up for.
My
Thanks and best of luck.
Alyssa, want to go for it?
Oh, sure, yeah. Um, so my biggest mentor has been Ivory Lotta. She was a UNC alum. Her jersey's retired at UNC, just been a dog in her W career, and she's just been really impactful on my journey because, like all of us, we're aware that we're going into a brand new environment, and the biggest amount of growth happens when you have a big change in environment and a new challenge ahead. So she's been really impactful for me.
Let's go to Jeremiah Holloway from Inside Carolina.
Oh yeah, this one is for Alyssa. So Alyssa, for you, can you kind of describe that maybe Monday night to maybe Tuesday afternoon, when you obviously got the opportunity to get the opportunity with the Sparks, and then can you also kind of describe just like some of those initial conversations, like who are some of the first people from the organization you got to talk to, and just how that I guess series of that series of time transpired.
Yeah, so watching the draft was obviously super exciting, not only for the opportunity for myself, but to watch so many of my peers get drafted and hear their name called, which is super special opportunity that I felt like I got to share with a lot of people, even from afar, because I was watching it back here in North Carolina. But I didn't hear my name called, and that is just that's just a part of my story, and there's like nothing wrong with that because I've always been a kid that just needs a chance, and so I'm really grateful for Coach Roberts and just the whole staff for giving me this opportunity. And when I got the call that this was an opportunity for me, I was super eager to take Coach Roberts up on it, specifically because she recruited me when I was in high school, and I've had a relationship with her for a long time, and I couldn't say no to her this time around. So I'm super excited to get this chance to play for her, and yeah, it's been an awesome ride of emotions and sharing this moment with my family as well. So it's been great.
Let's go to Jared Castillo.
Hey y'all, congratulations again for, making it to the W. Just a question for the four rookies. When it comes time for, you know, being with the team, obviously Los Angeles is such a marquee franchise, but is there part of you that wants to go that extra distance that, instead of giving it 110, you want to give it 130, 140 because you have to live up to that expectation?
I think that we all can agree that we're just so lucky to even be like in this opportunity. Like the organization itself, like there's been so many great players that have come through the Sparks. I mean, Candace Parker is about to get her jersey retired in the summer, so just being able to just be a part of that just means so much. And it's just such a great organization that I think all of us are just really excited to just even be in this opportunity for.
Anyone else? Let's go to Greenville to Lulu for the next question.
Hey Fagan, it's Lulu. A lot of what we talked about this year was obviously your progression into a leader and your leadership as a senior, but now you're back to being a rookie. How are you planning to use the leadership experience this year when you're back kind of in that new setting that you were 4 years ago?
Like I said, I feel like nothing should change from like me being a freshman or me being a rookie from me being a senior. I feel like me being vocal, like it just should still carry on to me going pro and being a rookie. So no matter what, I still think I should use my voice and be who I am.
Blake Spataro.
Hey, ladies, this could be for all you ladies. How do you think you ladies? This is Blake Spadell from Blake's Take and W Swish. By the way, this is for all you ladies. What are your goals for your rookie season, and how do you ladies all plan to make an immediate impact on the team?
I can start. I think my goals for my rookie season are just to be really present in the moment. I know it's going to be really overwhelming with so many new things getting thrown at you. Again, a new environment, new part of the country. And so just really being where my feet are and just trying to take in everything as it comes and know that there's going to be challenges and making sure that I can lean on the people around me to help me through those times as well.
Yeah, piggybacking off of her, just kind of what she said, just being able to learn from the vets and just take this journey, one day by day, and just be in the present and understand that like we're just so lucky to be here and just being able to learn from just such a great coaching staff, and then obviously just try to get better every single day.
And I agree. Just to get better, I mean, learn from the vets, learn from the coaching staff.
Yeah, much like they said, just being a sponge and leaning on those vets and learning from them and the coaching staff as well.
Thank you, ladies.
Nick Hamilton.
Hello, ladies. Nick Hamilton, Nightcast Media, the Hardwood 94. Thank you all for doing this. Congratulations on being drafted. This question is for everybody. When being a part of this organization and this franchise, obviously you guys are playing with two WNBA champions in Kelsey Plum as well as sorry, I had a blank. But anyway, as far as being able to play with these two WNBA champions on this team, what do you all feel like you can learn from these two individuals, as well as being able to ingratiate yourself into the culture of the LA Sparks on and off the floor?
Well, I feel like I can learn from the vets as just taking in everything. I mean, understanding that they know the process of winning a championship. Understand that they have our best interests, and we can just learn.
Yeah, pretty much same thing as what she said, but also understanding that they probably like failed too. So just understanding that they got to those championships and were able to win championships because they dug deep. They continue to stay in the process and learn from other people. And so being able to learn their journey and just see how they train, see how hard they work, see their vocality of like how they are on people and want us to get better. That's going to be a lot of fun to just be around.
Andrew.
Thank you.
Andrew.
Thank you, Joshua. Congrats to you all for making such the toughest, greatest women's basketball league, and hope for you all to have long careers. Just want to start from Alyssa, Liatu, Sania, and Sarah. What's been your favorite message that you've received in being a part of the Sparks? And just for Sania, did you mean to do that Ricky Bobby, what do we do with our hands gesture there at the draft? So starting with you, Alyssa, what's been your favorite message you received?
I think just like getting a ton of love from like past coaches and past players. Like I've had a couple AAU teammates reach out to me and just express how excited they are. And even my old AAU coach called me as well. And so just reflecting on like those relationships and knowing that they're still in my corner has probably been my favorite messages.
Yeah, I would agree. Just, hearing from former coaches, friends, family, everyone's just coming out the woodworks, congratulating you. But, it's a good feeling. And, getting to talk to Raegan and Coach Roberts after the fact and, just hearing how excited they were to have me on board.
I can agree. I mean, just seeing the love come back, the support come back. And I can't say no, I did not mean to do that. It was just, I just didn't know what to do with our hands. Everybody was hugging, other people was holding their hands in front of them. So that's why I asked, like, what y'all want to do with our hands?
Yeah, no one knew what we were doing with our hands. That was funny. But yeah, just basically like what they were saying, just family, friends that have reached out and just shown their support. And then obviously to be at the draft and like have both my head coaches that I played with when I was at Georgia with Joni and then when I was at Alabama with Christy, like just how much they've supported me along the journey, has meant everything to me. And then just being together, meant so much to me.
Let's go to Jordan Grace.
Hello, lady. Congrats on being an LA Spark. So, my first question is for Sania. So, I guess just talk about that feeling of not only hearing your name called, but hearing Tahina and Bree's name called because you all got called within a minute of each other. And then my second question is for everybody. Who did you all watch growing up and modeling your game after?
Well, I could say it was amazing just to hear their names being called. I mean, we worked so hard for it. We stayed in the moment. We understood like what it take to get to where we are now. We trusted each other. We trusted the process. We let each other know like no matter what, if we did get drafted or not get drafted, it's all love and to never like was denied. I mean, was denied is not delayed. I mean, it's delayed but not denied. So take your time. I mean, everything will come back. Everything happens for a reason. And what was the second part of the question?
The second part was for everybody. Who did you all watch growing up and modeling your game after?
I could say I watched Asia growing up, and I could say I modeled after her, but like, yeah.
Um, I grew up with three brothers, so we watched men's sports more up until I kind of got into high school, and then now they're on the women's sports train all the time now, which is awesome. But so Kobe Bryant is like my favorite player of all time. So being in LA means a lot to me just because like I just love the Mamba mentality. And so it wasn't really that I tried to model my game after him. It was more of like just that mentality that he had that I always wanted to carry with me throughout my basketball career.
For me, I played on his AU team that was in the coach. He was a big fan of Tamika Catchings, and so I, would watch her. We would when we had AU tournaments in Indiana. That would, we went to her camps and stuff like that, and so I watched her a lot. Just knowing how tenacious and furious she was on defense. So.
I also have three older brothers, so a similar case. Like I didn't really have a female role model growing up for a while until I had a basketball camp where an award for one of the competitions were Minnesota Lynx tickets. And so I was watched Maya Moore ever since I got that first opportunity. And yeah, I've just been a big fan of her game ever since.
Thank you, lady.
Let's go to Charlotte from FI 360 News.
Hi, ladies. Congratulations on being selected in the draft and also joining the LA Sparks. My question is for all of you. Coach Lynne talked about you guys doing the process of the draft and the interviews as well as the GM, Raegan. Can you tell us from your perspective how your impressions of them were? And also, what were your expectations or anticipations?
Yeah, I mean, they're both amazing people. I think that, when I met with the both of them, that you just felt like a personal presence and like that they truly wanted what was best for obviously their organization, but also what was best for us too at the end of the day. And just the vision that they have for this program. It's not about, having one year where it's successful, but it's about continuing on to have make this like a lifetime thing and make this organization back to the top and just trying to be better every single day. And it was about, hey, it's not going to happen right away, but we're going to dig into it. We're going to work hard every single day. And so being able to hear that from both of them and their vision, I think it just, meant a lot to me because I am one of those players that is all about the grind and is all about it does it's a process. And they know that and it was awesome just being able to just meet them and just kind of get a little bit of a sense of who they are because just in that one instance I was like, yeah, these two ladies are just amazing people.
She summed up everything. I agree with her.
Let's go to Brendan Potts of the World Exposure Report.
Yeah, hi ladies. Congrats on joining the Sparks. I had one question for Sarah. Coach Lynne raved about your competitiveness and that area that you bring to the team. What kind of or how did that kind of competitiveness start, and how do you feel like that'll rub off on the team this year? And for Lynne, what impresses you the most about Alyssa's rebounding ability and how that can fit in the front court with this team?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I grew up with three brothers. I have a twin brother, and so I mean, we were in the backyard playing tackle football and they were trucking me and they didn't even care that I was in their way. Like they were just gonna knock me over. We would play, basketball in the driveway and they would lower it down to 6 feet and dunk on me and not let me get a shot off and block all my shots. And so I think for me, like it was just I just kind of had to just have that mentality of like, all right, like nothing's ever gonna be given to me because they never just gave anything to me. And so they made me just have to work harder and just understand that like, hey, nothing's given to you and you've got to give it your all every single day. And so growing up with them, like they just pushed me to just be my best and that you're gonna fail and you need to be okay with failing because that's what makes you improve and get better.
Thanks, Brendan, for the question. As Alyssa mentioned, I recruited her like crazy out of high school. I don't know that I have put in, more on a recruit than we did with Alyssa. And she ended up telling us no. It came down to the two of us. But I've always just been a big fan and got to know her family really well. But what I loved about her then is what I still love about her now is, she's just a competitor, and her rebounding is elite. She's one of the best athletes in the country. And so, and then she just has that drive and desire. And that's what rebounding is. If you can combine that drive and desire with elite athleticism, then the other team has a problem. So we're happy to have her.
We're gonna end on some questions from DJ Trice.
Hey, back DJ from LA Sparks Weekly. I already asked Sarah my question, so I have one final question for the rest of you. Sania, you've played with these high-level teammates. I'm specifically just curious to know, what is your thoughts around teammates, being a good teammate and leadership that you can bring from that South Carolina group to translate into the LA Sparks organization?
I just think, just knowing that they had a lot of leadership, a lot of like love and support, just being there for each other. So me being able to be that person for my teammates, me being able to let them know that I always have their back and that I'm going to support them, right or wrong, but knowing that it's right or wrong, but supporting them no matter what and just being around them and letting them know that it's all love for me.
Love that. Liatu, you were one of the most dominant rebounders. So I want to know how important it is for you to bring that same energy to your game with the LA Sparks.
It's very significant. It's, a part of my identity. That's what I feel like set me apart from my teammates. I know coming into Notre Dame, that was something that they needed and looking for. And I was able to bring that, and nothing changes going into, the professional world.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Alyssa, you've done a fantastic job just all across the stats, right? I want to know how important it is for you to stay that do-it-all player at the pro level.
Yeah, I've always tried to develop my game as a Swiss Army knife. So being very adaptable to not only the teams that I'm on, but the players that I'm with, and figuring out how to maximize my opportunity as well as my teammates, just to make sure that I can help put us in the most successful position as possible. Because I've just always been a team-oriented player. I can adjust in certain ways of what the team needs while making sure I still bring top-tier competitiveness.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. It was such a great turnout from all over the country. Many of you we will see soon in person. Thank you to everyone. And again, welcome to everyone here. Liatu, Sarah, Ashlee, Alyssa, and Sania. It's great to have all of you with us. I'll send the recording shortly and have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
Thanks, everyone, for being on. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.